Hello, this is David Edwards. Thank you for joining me on the third presentation of Christmas art for December the 28th. The paintings that we will be discussing today are focusing on the Annunciation to the shepherds of the birth of Christ. The first painting is The Angel Appearing to the Shepherds by the Dutch painter Govert Flink, and it dates to 1639. Flink was a student of the more famous Dutch painter Rembrandt, and he has chosen, as Rembrandt favored, brown hues, brown tans, and caramel colors for much of the composition of this painting. In contrast is the angel in white and gold with a heavenly host descending from clouds and rays of light that shine down on the cowering shepherds to the right in various poses of fear, except for one who is sleeping through the whole event. Flink was known for his pastoral settings, and you can see that in the palm tree and other vegetation to the far right, the rocky landscape, the rustic fence, and the animals, including the cows, sheep, and dog. More than 200 years later is the next painting, The Annunciation to the Shepherds by Jules Bastian Lepage, and that dates to 1875. Lepage is a French painter, a naturalist, who shows the shepherds in animal skins and a more intimate confrontation by a single angel with a gold halo and a band around her waist. Lepage won a prize for this painting at the Paris Art Exposition in 1875. The gold halo really draws your eye to the angel, but it's the poses of the shepherds that really are the focus of the painting and how poor they are. The next painting is The Angel Gabriel Appearing to the Shepherds by the British painter Alfred Morgan, and it dates to 1876. Morgan shows a strong diagonal composition using light to illuminate Gabriel and some of the heavenly host, and culminating in a fearful and a praying shepherd, and the rest of the scene is in shadow. The hilly landscape to the far left in the background, and the Christmas star appearing in the sky in the far upper left-hand corner of the painting. The natural pose of the shepherd with the staff with his hand up shadow his face from the high intensity of the light shining off the angels, and the angel unfurling a banner to make the proclamation of the birth of Jesus is a little different from most of the paintings that we've seen in the past. The next painting is The Annunciation to the Shepherds by the Danish painter Heinrich Block, and it dates to 1879. Block was famous for 23 paintings he did of the life of Christ, including this one, with a highly illuminated angel whose features are obscured by the intensity of the light. But the light shines on the shepherds as they emerge from sleep and from a dark tent, and in natural poses of fear and parting of the tent drapery is a very important aspect of this painting, showing the realism that is noted for Block's paintings. In contrast is the next painting, Angels Appearing Before Shepherds by Henry O. Tanner, and it dates to 1910. Tanner was one of America's most important African American painters of the late 19th and early 20th century. He shows a blue and white and poorly lit painting, a very impressionistic painting of the Annunciation. You can only make out the angels to the far left in their diaphanous clothing and then their wings. The shepherds can barely be shown or seen in the far right hand side of the painting. And the landscape is certainly a prominent feature of this very impressionistic painting of the modern age. Even more contemporary is this painting by Mike Moyers from 2013. It's called The Host of Angels. Moyers is a painter who lives in Franklin, Tennessee, and has shown with his impressionistic nature dabs of paint for the angels descending from the heavens, the rosy, orangey, and yellowish colors on the horizon that suggests either a sunrise or more supernatural light coming from the angels, and the three shepherds and their staffs on a green hillside with blobs of white paint on the land that suggests surely the sheep that they tend. That ends the third presentation of paintings. Tomorrow is the fourth presentation, and it will focus on the adoration of the shepherds, and that's for December 29th. I hope to see you then.